Hey everybody, Pete Werner here with this week's episode of the Disney Dining Show, coming to you from the Kona Cafe at Disney's Polynesian Resort. And before we get to everything, just a reminder, this video, along with all the videos we do, brought to you by DreamsUnlimitedTravel.com. If you like our content, if you like the people I hire, book your next Disney vacation with Dreams, because that's how I pay for it. So I haven't been here in a while. And I thought it's a nice opportunity to get some of my friends with me. Drake Shadwell, realtor with MovingToOrlando.com, is standing in as my camera person while Fiasco is recovering. Also, Danielle George, another one of the realtors with Moving to Orlando, is here. Federico Argar, the webmaster of CDisney.com, that's our Spanish language channel, is also here, along with my friends Nicole and Dan Buchanan. And this is going to be their first time, and we're really going to mock them, to make them as nervous as possible. I'm kidding. Of course we're not. But check it out. Okay, so for my appetizer, I got the crispy pork vegetable pot sticker. It was $10, and I didn't pay attention to the fact that they call it a pot sticker. Previously, you would get about, 4 or 5, maybe 6 pot stickers with the soy vinaigrette dressing. This time what they've done is they've put them together. They're still like the same number of pot stickers, but they put some kind of like crust over the top. And so I was a little put off by it. Absolutely delicious. Absolutely delicious. That soy vinaigrette glaze really hits the spot. Very good. Now, for my main course, they had a chef's special today, which was an 18-ounce New York strip with a teriyaki glaze, side of broccoli, and mashed potatoes. Now, if you've watched any number of dining reviews that I've done, I always tell you, if a steak has any kind of glaze on it, there's a reason. And that's usually because the steak isn't any good. And I'm not going to say this wasn't tasty, but the steak, all you tasted was teriyaki. And if you were inartful in how you were cutting it, gristle, because there was a lot of fat on this steak. This was $40. And, no. I mean, it wasn't like I'm not running out of here screaming or anything, but I wouldn't order this again. So, now I do want to make a point of talking about our server, Macarena. How could I forget that name? First, she's amazing. She's awesome, and that name. Every time she comes up, I feel like I want to do that little dance. I'm not going to, but it's really cool. She's wonderful, very attentive, very sweet, great personality, kind of cast member you want serving you.
Hi again, I'm back for another dining show. This week, Drake and I split a spicy tuna roll that had a dollop of spicy mayonnaise on it, which really brought out that spicy flavor that the tuna, they just helped each other out so much. It was one of my favorite things I had today. I had the chicken with the sticky rice. Although the sauce was very flavorful, the sticky rice was not something I enjoyed. It had that crispiness on the outside of it, which didn't help because it had sesame seeds. So every bite of this moist chicken I was having, it almost contradicted itself because of this rice. So although the chicken was great, the rice I really was not a fan of. Something Pete didn't talk about were the rolls. They were just the classic Hawaiian rolls that you would get even in a Walmart, but it was really great just to have something to start everything with, and can't help but put butter on it.
Hola, I'm Federico from C Disney. So I really enjoyed my food. I'm gonna start with the drink. This is, and excuse me if I pronounce any of the ingredients in a very Sofia Vergara way, that's just me. So the drink is called Lapu Lapu, is a plantation original dark rum and tropical fruit juices. For my taste, it was way too sweet. And of course, it's a very tropical and fruity drink. You can taste a lot of the rum, which is good, but it was very sweet. I'm gonna drink it all, but it's not what I will pick for my next time. Now, for my entree, I had the pork belly noodle bowl, which has the bone draw no broth, rice noodles, soy eggs, mushrooms, and hot sesame oil. Now, I really enjoyed the broth. It was well done, not too salty, rich. But I thought the pork was a bit too like overcooked in some of the parts of the pieces, and they were salty. Now, when you mix it with the broth, it was perfect. It balanced the flavors. But if you eat it like separately, it was too much. And also, the egg was, in my opinion, a bit overcooked. But I overall like it a lot. It was well done, well balanced. I could have it again. Now, what I really like was my appetizer, which was the seafood coconut curry soup that has shrimp, scallop, and of course coconut milk. Very well, the flavors, the texture, it was creamy, it was spicy, the size was perfect. I didn't think that was the case from the entree, which it has a lot of noodles. This was perfect, a great entree. I really liked it. Overall, I'm very happy. The type of food that I enjoy, so great.
Hi, my name's Dan. This is my wife, Nicole. This is our first time eating at Kona, so we're very excited about it. And so what'd you have?
So for my appetizer today, I had the seafood coconut curry soup. I have to agree with Federico. I really enjoyed this. It had shrimp, scallop, and crab. It was very creamy. There was a little bit of rice in there, some green onion. A little heavy on the green onion, but I enjoy it, so I really would definitely order this again. And then for my entree, I had the mahi dish. It was $28. It was had bacon on top with a tomato and over a bed of arugula. This was also really good. The sauce was delicious. I do have to say that the mahi was a little firm. It wasn't as tender as I usually prefer it to be, but it was still delicious. I still ate the whole plate. So I would, probably give it another shot if I came back. Yeah.
All right, so I had the spicy tuna roll, which I eat sushi all the time, so I was, should I get this, should I not? I saw what Nicole was getting here, and I'm kind of jealous that I didn't get that, especially after that review. But it was good sushi. Anything I'd have anywhere else. The tuna was really tender. The spicy mayo was good. That was $18, and then I had for my entree the Asian marinated airline chicken, which before tonight I didn't know that airline chicken meant not served on an airline. Sound kind of a funny name for it. But the chicken was actually really good. It was better than I expected, and the rice, the sticky rice and sesame seeds, it was kind of dry around the edges of the mound of rice, but when I'd eat that paired with the chicken and how tender that was, it kind of evened out, and they made for delicious bites of food. Bok choy was really good, and that was $28. So, I'd get that again.
Hey everybody, so I ordered the steak salad and it was really good. Let me go ahead and get that right off the bat. And for $23, I thought the steak was very well prepared. I like to get mine medium rare, and I could taste smoke in it, which I don't know whether it was the sauce or whether the way it was cooked. I liked it, but if you don't like, that smoky taste, it had that flavor. I will agree with Pete that, when they do those little tricks, it usually means that the meat wasn't prepared well. But I thought that it went really well with the rest of the salad if you ate them individually. So kind of the opposite of what Federico was talking about, how like when you mix them together, they kind of balance each other out. I feel like mine drowned each other out. Whereas if I eat each thing individually, the egg, the salad, the steak, one after the other, I got all the flavors, and then they complemented each other very well because the salad was sweet. It had this citrus vinaigrette that complemented the steak, and they played in your palate really well. And that steak had that, I think that smoke really stayed in my palate a lot, and the texture of the salad versus the steak complemented each other really well, because you have the tenderness of the steak and then the crunch of the peppers and the salad and those things. Plus you get that I get my egg over medium. You could probably ask them to do it differently if you'd like, but I really liked that as they're right there on the side. And for $23, I thought they did phenomenal with the cut of meat and the salad and the egg. So this is something that I definitely would get if I came back here. And so, yeah, I'm very happy with it.
Okay, I know I am supposed to talk about the desserts. All the desserts are $5. There's a great selection of them. I had a mango key lime pie. Dessert that was out of this world. I know, really, right now I'm supposed to talk about desserts, but I can't because you have to come here. I don't care how good the food is. You have to come here and you have to ask for Macarena as your server. I've been doing this a long time, and I'm trying to think when I've had a more Disney experience from a server than I've had tonight. That's me saying that. And I don't say that lightly. But this woman is everything that is right with Disney cast members. Absolutely unbelievable. I'm blown away. Just talk to us about her time with the company and where she's worked and what she's done and experiences she's had. I want to take her home. She's unbelievable. The desserts were wonderful. I'll say, but it's her. She's the reason to come here. I don't care if they're shoveling crap on the table. An hour with her is a discount at twice the price. Honestly, I don't think I've ever raved about a server like this. But I have to. It'd be disingenuous for me to sit here and talk about desserts right now after the conversation we just had with this lady. Her name's Macarena. You've got to go out of your way to come here and ask for her.
So I had the cheesecake with the seasonal fruit and the fruit sauce, which was mango-y. And the first bite, I was a little wary because I like my cheesecakes very airy, but the seasonal fruit on top of that cheesecake brought such a rich taste. The cheesecake was phenomenal, and usually Disney desserts are not great, but every piece of dessert that I had today was top notch.
So I never had the Ohana bread pudding before. I heard very good things about it. I was not disappointed. It was very fruity and tropical, but elegant. The flavors were there, but nothing over the top. Not too sweet, which is great for me. I loved it. It's the favorite dessert that I have in Disney World. Now Macarena is the best thing I had in this trip in Disney World. She is someone who can transmit the passion that she has for what you do and make you want to do that and love what you do as well. So, and that is something that you cannot pay on a dinner. That is something that you have when you connect with people. So that's the best thing.
So for dessert, I had the s'mores cup. It was delicious. I grew up making s'mores when I was young, and this took me right back to that. It had layers of chocolate mousse, graham crackers in between with a little melted marshmallow and chocolate on top. The marshmallows on the top were charred, just like when you roast them over a campfire, and the taste was just, it was perfect. I would order this again and again. Really enjoyed it. And yeah.
So I had the tiramisu cup, and it was really good. I don't usually go out of my way to eat tiramisu. Usually it's a little too rich and sweet for me, but this was perfect. So I mean, I would definitely have this again. I'd come here for the dessert. The bread pudding was incredible. It's hard to put into words, but come back and see Macarena, because she was a sweetheart, genuine, and everything good about Disney, as Pete said.
Okay, so the total of the meal with gratuity included, because we were a party of 6, is $386, or what's that, like 55, $60 a person, $60 a person. That is not what the final bill is, because I left Macarena the largest tip I've ever left a server. She's that good. I've never done a review. I mean, I've had great service, don't get me wrong. I've come across amazing servers. This is different. Not only is she a wonderful server, but I think, as Federico said, she has this, I don't know, this passion, this light that is infectious and absolutely lifts the spirit of anyone around her. I'm not kidding. Run, don't walk to this restaurant, ask for Macarena. If she's not here, leave and come back when she is. She's that good. She's just, I'm really moved. I'm really, really moved. And I've never done a dining review where I've spent more time talking about the server than I did the food. Food was okay. Pot stickers were good. Steak left a lot to be desired. Desserts were very good. Macarena? Nothing hit this table that compares to her. Nothing. So, there you have it. That is my review, our review of the Kona Cafe at the Polynesian. And that will do it for this episode of the Disney Dining Show. And we will see you again next week.